All right, so I'm walking down the street, and a 60-year-old woman said, "I had some of your energy." She told me she was 72 years old, and the first thing I said was, "They taught us to be pessimists, but no, they didn't. It's intellect, man. We came up for, we came up with idea for the body aging. That's an idea within itself. So as you get older, you can't just be macho. So me rejecting my womanhood, I think is good for other people that are going through things. Um, she thinks I'm energetic. I view myself as a pessimist, and I work out of anger because naturally you grow up and you learn from school to work out. Me watching, you know, Drika Gates page, and I'm like, she built her children a school to homeschool and try not to make them feel negative. They'll enjoy their childhoods, and as they get older, hopefully their intellect will pretty much be the reason why they won't experience much stress. And that's the point of actually realizing, understanding that there are people out here that can detox you, intellectual wise. You have to be a very smart person to be a psychologist or a psychiatrist, because you basically have to talk somebody into releasing endorphins and taking their mind off their problems. And if they can't do it, then they're viewed as a weak person. So I guess that's my problem. Not wanting to feel weak or being viewed as weak. The moment a man sticks his penis in me, I view myself as a weak person. So that means that I've got to uplift myself. I told that lady she just being a pessimist, and I appreciated the compliment because I do. One day I'm going to get older and I'm going to feel like I need a walker because I've used my body as for a long time, and she looked very youthful though to me for a human being. When I'm sure if you're a doctor, if you got degrees and you have really studied, a lot of human beings look good for an older age. I believe that I'm still not intellectual enough to understand the whole biblical way of thinking. When it's like people living for 900 years or what. So, because in essence, living is not just about being alive and being in actual flesh form. Living is so much more. And that's what the beautiful thing about learning and being a human being is that we don't let things die. We either, what they say, let them multiply, we keep them alive. When people leave this earth, we, keep them alive by remembering the things they did. And that's why I said I'm at odds with myself because of naturalism. Because of the fact that I was born here, and I'm not sure if the book is real or not. Well, like I said, when that lady gave me a book saying that for that to even be a saying, good things happen to bad people, it's kind of hard to be like, well, I don't know what I would do if put in a situation and trying to be a good person in a general sense. There are some losses you will take. There are some things that you won't be able to do depending on who knows. You know what I'm saying? That's the point of learning. Guilt and all that stuff. Shame, embarrassment, humiliation. Because at the end of the day, if you're taught morality, you can't value yourself if you're going against the grain of your own emotions. But then again, you have a choice to make. I don't want to take things personally. That's why I don't think my goddamn life is going the way I want to, because people were sitting there telling me like, well, I don't understand why she's taking things so personally. There's some insecurity there. And I'm like, it makes no sense to me, but that's the point of living life. Somebody has Somebody else has got to be a detox for you. So we are going to go through things because there are people that are suffering, period. I don't care who you are. I'm like, if there's such thing as a person who's very humble and really appreciate what they got, let me know. Because the word or the idea of being egotistical is not in existence for a reason. So let me know. If you're a person that feels disdainful because of your accomplishments, let me know. I mean, you got to be smart enough to know. If you a person and you grew up and you was able to put something together for people to have a flow of life, how much of a long way does that go? If I'm a dyke and I decide that I'm jealous of you for being young, we got rules in our community, and I do something to piss you off because I don't feel like you appreciate the fact that you can be a man, am I wrong? This is why people don't like dykes. It's tit for tat. Everybody's gonna take losses because of immaturity, insecurity, and that's why people don't like narcissistic people. Somebody contemplated killing my mom because of being an intellect, and probably me too, because they wanted their life to stay a certain way, and they had morals too. So when you invest your soul into doing something, do you really get off of it? Get off on the fact that you did it? People that be in construction and shit, they be like, well, I could have lost my life doing that. So what if you lost your life? You didn't. Because in reality, you might not even reap they say you reap what you sow. You might not even reap the benefits of what you put into it. When I work at these buildings, I don't feel right because I didn't build them. That's a part of being a narcissist, I guess. I mean, it all happened naturally. You have a family and people who support. Then we have a community. Before a community, it's a family. Since I come from a broken home, I'm associated with different people. I'm an outcast. It's either you're going to have a baby for a man and be a baby mama, or live your life as an individual. I'm choosing to live my life as an individual and realizing that it doesn't matter what I do, I'll never be satisfied. So that's how it happened. Before they probably had restaurants, which is something that I'm studying. That's what it was. It was families sitting out here in the woods doing absolutely nothing but enjoying each other's company. That's probably where the word company comes from, because you got a lot of people that makes up a company. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say you got a lot of people that makes up a company. It starts from the root, your family. And if you want to create a business from that, you can. A lot of people, that's probably where, restaurants came from. Just in a general sense. People want to humble you. People don't want you to learn. I've seen this. I've seen this shit. I live this shit. Don't let her read any books. There are people where you can go, places where you can go where they don't want you to read and stuff. They want to humble you because some people don't have access to that. We don't appreciate this business because you're an intellect. We appreciate this food because there are people that are starving. This is a concept. This is an idea. There are people that are actually making food out of their hearts because they miss somebody that's not there no more to cook it the same way. It won't be the same, but you get the gist of it. Okay, so what these people need to know is that people like me who are empaths, I'm stressing just like you about the situation. Life is not perfect. So what do? We take it out on each other. I don't like the fact that I work out of anger because that's the wrong way to do it. That's why I don't try to. Because working out of anger, I got anger because people are taking losses. People have passion. There are people that'll be like, well, I created a job opportunity for you. I want you to feel angry because it's people going through shit worse than you. But if I can't appreciate myself, it really doesn't matter. I'm a black woman, so I think at these fast food restaurants, I'm being appreciated because a lot of black women are known for cooking good. So I think that's the reason why I may or may not get jobs, because certain people grew up around the people, my grandmas and stuff. They were known for being cookers in the community. Shout out to Miss Winters and all that. Yeah, McDonald's got a cinnamon roll, but they ain't Miss Winters though. But yeah, it's real out here. I go outside and I walk every day, and I'm like, I gotta see my little sister every day, and I gotta think about all this disheartening shit that people are going through. Life is gonna make a monster out of your ass. I feel like Jimmy need to be a boxer. They sitting here trying to encourage me to be a butch. I still don't understand that neither. I mean, I've seen documentaries and shit, but it's like the more I learn, the more I just reject my life as a whole. I'm like, man, fuck that shit. I can't win for losing. Why I can't just be a dyke with a bitch and go on about my life? I know from an intellectual perspective that, like I've said, I've got to learn more to persuade somebody to help me build courage and feel positive. Because my identity as a whole, you know, it's got to be somebody that's going to appreciate it. And if they don't, that's cool. Because I was like, what if I move to another country? I have to do a lot of study. In Canada, it's supposed to be farther up north over the United States. I'm down here, you know, in South Carolina and Georgia, and I'm like, I've got lots of things to learn, because if I want to associate, I don't really want to socialize. I'm really a loner, you know what I'm saying? And if I meet people that can be detoxing from me, that would be cool too. So that's what happens when you start feeling negative. You got to find somebody that can pull that energy off of you. You know, that's what a hermit is, I guess. Somebody that's really by themselves and they start to experience stress because of, you know, needing to interact with another human being. You thought you could do it by yourself, but you can't. So this makes you appreciate and value the concept of family. I'm a very sensitive nature person, so being an empath, I'm listening to people's conversations all day, fans and stuff moving, and you got to appreciate the little things. You know, that somebody may be, you know, I could tell when somebody mad because they start slamming shit. No, I have to tell people, like, listen, I got negative thoughts in my head. So sometimes I don't want to just feel negative. A lot of men get off on the fact of nature. I'm not with that. There are women that appreciate it. Those are the ones that I respect. I respect women like that over a man any day, because it's women that are smart enough to appreciate a disdainful man, or a man, period. I'm not that one. That's why I worry about my safety and my life, because I don't appreciate men like the average woman. So I'm being viewed as something called a butch. That ain't even the case neither. I'm a pessimist because of other people's problems. I'm a woman that has not submitted to a man, and then I have to worry about them saying, well, shit, you need to be with one. Maybe that's your problem. Why? Why I can't just die by myself? I'm pretty sure a lot of women, before they decided to be with a man, that they really thought that shit out. So now I've got to deal with them. I got to worry about stuff like that. I got to worry about the reality of my womanhood being formed from my mom, my grandmas, my aunties, and realize that they were being, I've seen moments of love. That's actually a song or something. I've seen moments of love with men, but I never could understand it. So I guess whatever their interaction with them and a male is something that I won't understand. and one's called love and arrangement. The fact that I doubt the concept of love means that I've been stressed out. I believe, like they say, love is charity in the Bible. It's giving. Nobody will be able to fulfill the place of somebody that you felt really genuinely cared about you. So, with all that being said, if my mom ever leaves this earth, I will be fucked up. But at the same time, I will be making sure, and I'm sure the feeling is mutual, that everybody know who she was.